Hi everyone, welcome to Sitsipandknit. My name is Marie and I'm coming to you from just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome to podcast number 15. This is my podcast about all things knitting and some crochet. I want to welcome back those of you that have stuck with me through my podcasting journey here, through the ups and downs. And I'd also like to welcome anyone that has happened along and have found me on the web here. I do try to do a podcast at least once a month. This podcast, I did podcast just about 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to pop on and remind you of the two prize giveaways that I'm running right now and let you get in on a chance to win. And also give you some updates and ideas on things that I've been crafting on. It is Monday, November 1st. October is over. It went so quick. We had trick or treat on the 28th and it was just lovely. My grandkids came over and I cooked for everyone. It was just wonderful. So I hope you have had a great fall so far. November for Americans here, it will be, this month is our Thanksgiving. So we still are doing the fall thing, although I just got back from some Christmas shopping. I like to start early in the holidays. But anyway, it is a beautiful fall day here, sunny, but a little bit crisp. I have on some of my knitwear here, which I'll go over. So let's go ahead and get started. So as the podcast says, this is Sit, Sip, and Knit. I am sipping on just some Starbucks coffee actually in my little fall mug here. So grab what you like to drink and grab some knitting. And this won't be a real long podcast, I don't think. Like I said, I just podcast 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to stop by and remind you to enter those prize drawings that I'm having. So let's start. All right. Well, first let's talk about what I'm wearing. I did show this on the podcast before. I love this sweater. It is, let's see, it's some dust on it or something. But anyway, this is my Anker's summer sweater. I did show it on a podcast a couple months ago, actually. I finished it. But it is very comfy. And I just love wearing it and I love the color. So that's what that is. And just like everything that I talk about, this pattern, the yarn that I used, I'll put in this description box below. So you can just hit the little down arrow and get all the information you need for this and anything else I talk about. All right, so that was Anker's summer sweater, I believe it was called. It's a DK weight yarn and just the best for fall right now for me. All right. Well, I've been busy in the last couple weeks. I've finished a couple things. Let me first talk about something that I've been wanting to finish. I started in the summer. And let me show you here. It's a pair of socks. And I finally finished them. So I have two socks right here. Here, let me just show you the one right here. Can you see that? This is just my basic sock recipe. I always do top down with a heel flap and gusset. It was done. These were done on a size 1 US needle. I do them on the flexi flips, and this yarn is beautiful. Let me get you the information on this yarn. This is, and I showed it before, this is from Fibernymph Dye Works. It's on her Bedazzled Base. The colorway is called Driving Pennsylvania, east to west. And since I live here in Pennsylvania, I just had to get this colorway. And It has sparkle in it, the stellina. They are so sparkly, the yarn is beautiful. I love this yarn. I went on looking for, she has a podcast out there also. I'll link all that information below. But she's here in Pennsylvania, out east, I believe, is where she's at. But anyway, this is 75/20 with 5% stellina. It is so soft. And if you think the stellina would be scratchy or something, I don't know if you've ever worked with a sparkly base. It is so sparkly, you could see the sparkles in there. But anyway, it is not. It is so soft. This is beautiful yarn, and I am looking forward to her Christmas colors coming out. I believe she has her Halloween colors on sale right now. So check her out, check her shop out. But I can't wait to get a hold of some Christmas colors. But anyway, so that is, like I said, my I got both of them done here, and I'm not gonna lie, I've already worn them, so they may be a little bit crinkly, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful yarn. So check her out. 90% knitting, that is her podcast. And but anyway, her information will be below for you. All right, so that's one thing I finally finished, and I'm very happy. Like I said, I've been wearing them already. Another thing that I was working on were a pair of fingerless gloves for a lady that I work with. And I finished those. I put a half-finished object out on Instagram because I wanted to share the make-along that I'm doing with the hashtag for Instagram of thelittlethingsmal. So the little things, M-A-L, make along. It could be knitting, crochet, whatever make along you want to do. I wanted to celebrate at this time. Like I said, I went through a little bit of we've been going through a little bit of a hard fall season. But things are looking up now. I was listening to Christmas music in the stores today, so it cheered me up. But anyway, so I wanted to appreciate the little things in life. And on the last podcast, I asked you to please, that was podcast 14, I asked you to please comment below with your comments on some things that make you happy, the little things in life that make you happy, whether they be little knitted items, your little kids. Somebody said, I think, feeding the bird, watching the birds out there. It's the little things that matter. So I wanted to pick a winner in 2 weeks when I do my next podcast, the middle of November. I'm going to pick a winner from those comments on the last podcast I did, podcast 14. So please go back and take a look there. You can, if you haven't, watch that podcast, comment below, and you'll have a chance to win a lovely yarny gift with some little extras. So please take a look there. You do have to like and subscribe. You have to be a subscriber. And it's been climbing slowly, but I think I'm up to 220 subscribers, which just blows my mind anyway. I know people have thousands of subscribers, but with just my local people that have followed me, and now with worldwide, some subscribers worldwide, it's just amazing. So that is one of the giveaways that I'm doing. You can either post your pictures, your finished objects, your comments, questions for that make-along. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm mixing up the two giveaways that I'm doing. The first one is the commenting on the last podcast, number 14. I'm going to pick a winner in 2 weeks when I do my next podcast, which will be the middle of November. So go out there, like, subscribe, and comment on what little thing makes you happy. And then the second giveaway I'm doing, I wanted to be sure and let you know so you have some time. You have time until the end of November, the last day in November. I will be drawing a winner from those of you that have posted out on Ravelry in my Ravelry group, and I'll put all that information on this podcast also below. You can also find that on the last one, podcast 14. So if you go out there and comment, follow the link to go to the Ravelry group, my Ravelry group out there, or you can do the hashtag thelittlethingsmal on Instagram if you don't use Ravelry. I will put you all in a running for a prize for those things that you have posted, the little things that you have finished. Whether it's, like I said, it could be knitting, it could be crochet, it could be cross stitch, whatever little projects that you do and you finish by the end of November, and you post out there either on that hashtag or in Ravelry group. I will be drawing a winner on the last day of November for that. So 2 chances to win. Please read below. I'll put more information. I've been doing this, filming this a couple times, and I'm not sure what I said and what I didn't. So anyway, all information will be below for those 2 chances to win a lovely yarny prize. All right, so anyway, so the little thing that I posted were these mitts here. Let me show you. They are fingerless mitts. I think they are just adorable. Very easy to do in worsted weight yarn. Just a ribbed bottom, and then the little thumb gusset here, which is easy to do. And then you do the ribbing for the top. So they're fingerless, you can pull them up and keep your hands warm, or roll them down. Let me show you rolled down here. They're really cute. That way. So very cute, right? All right, and this yarn, I have it in the last podcast, but I'll put the information for the yarn below. This was just yarn I believe I got at Michael's or Joann's the craft stores local to me. But anyway, very easy, quick little projects to do. So that's something you can do and enter in either that hashtag, enter a picture of your little finished projects in the hashtag, or out in the Ravelry group. And go out in the Ravelry group and get some ideas. I have some ladies that have already posted out there. Even if you have any questions, I'll be drawing from all of that. So there's just one open line there in the Ravelry group, and you can put your finished objects in, your half-finished objects, your questions, your comments, and I'll be drawing from there. All right, so those are little fingerless mitts, an idea for you to maybe work on some maybe holiday gifts if you do gift knitting. Very quick, easy thing to do. All right, so I have those finished. I also sat down and decided, I saw a little pattern. Let me show you it first. This pattern is called Colorful Fair Owl Hat. It's a pattern by Fox and Pine Stitches. I can't tell you if it was a paid pattern or free. I'm not sure. But anyway, here is a picture of it. See how adorable those little hats are? And they are done in worsted weight yarn. I wanted something quick and something fun to do. So I went ahead and picked some yarn I thought I'd do it for my little 1-year-old granddaughter. I had it with her in mind. I did the size 1 to 2. Actually, this pattern is really cool because it goes from 0 to men's size. So it encompasses all sizes. So it's really nice, easy, Fair Owl type pattern. If you haven't done color work, this would be a great, or a hat yet. It's done in the round, so the color work is easier when you're doing it in the round. A pattern you might want to give a try. But anyway, as it says, you should always check your gauge. I did not check my gauge. I just picked the size 1 to 2 and I went with it, not even thinking that maybe my color work would be, which a lot of people's color work tends to be a little tighter than their normal stitching. I always thought I do two-handed color work, and I thought I was at the same gauge when I'm normally just doing stocking net stitch, but it ended up too small, but it ended up adorable. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. Isn't that adorable? And the pattern, I think it has 4 colors. I only picked 3 colors. I kind of just went with it, with what I had. This yarn, let me tell you what the yarn is. For a child, I picked Cascade yarns. They're Pacific. It is an acrylic. It's a 40 superwash merino wool and 60 acrylic. It's a worsted weight. I did it with the needles that the pattern called for. And when I should have maybe have gone up either a size or needle size, I should have gone up because my color work, I don't know. It just, it's a little too tight. I'll show you my floats inside. I tend to catch my floats pretty, I don't let them go very long. 3, 4 at the most. So they're pretty even and they're not puckered. This yarn was beautiful to do color work with. I think the stitch definition is wonderful. It does have acrylic, but for a child in a winter hat, I thought wash and wear is always the best thing. And this yarn does hold up real well. I've done a lot of baby things in it. And I loved how it worked up for color work. Sometimes acrylic yarns for color work can be a little bit iffy. And it's not pulling, so maybe I just really am tighter knitter than I thought, or who knows, I probably read the pattern wrong and did the wrong size. But anyway, so I was going to put a pom-pom on, but you know what? This is going to go in my basket of things. If there's a baby coming along, this would be perfect. I'm sure it would fit like a smaller 3 to 6 month old, but my little Paisley one, she just turned 1 in September, did not fit. But anyway, I think it's adorable. And like I said, that pattern, all sizes. So you can do it for yourself. You can do it in, you know, whatever colors would be beautiful as an adult hat, right? Anyway, so that was that. Again, it was called Colorful Fair Owl Hat by Fox and Pine Stitches. And I'll link that information below if you'd like to do this as one of your little things that makes you happy. This really made me happy coming out how it did. Anyway, even though it's too small. But anyway, it was very fun to do. So that was a finished object that was supposed to be for my little Paisley. But my grandkids were here for trick-or-treat. And little Paisley was here. And she was wearing the dress Grandma made her that I gave to her that I wasn't able to show on the podcast last time. It's a crocheted dress. It is called, oh boy, let me find it here. I know it's candy corn. Hang on. It was the candy corn dress by Lovable Loops Crochet Designs. That was also, the information was on the last podcast, but I had it on my Instagram, but now I have it in person because after she came and she was eating some chocolate, we took the dress off of her and they forgot it here. So anyway, I can show that to you now. So this is the little crocheted candy corn dress. Is that just adorable? Here's the little buttons. And you know what? I suppose you could do the buttons in the front or the back, but you can see where where I changed colors there, or rows there. But anyway, I thought it came out really cute. I did run out of this yellow. Let me see what colors. Let me tell you what colors I used. I used Barocco Comfort DK and also Universal yarns, it looks like. But I'll put that information below. I did run out at the end. It was supposed to be all in yellow, so I picked up the white there, and I think it looks really cute that way. And it fit her. Okay, this fit her. I did the size 1 to 2 year old for this dress, and it actually fit her just perfect. So, and the length was good. I was worried about the length, but it came out perfect. But anyway, that is a crochet design there. So that's a little thing that made me happy, and her in it even made me happier. So that might be something you want to try. If you don't, you can always do it in different colors. This would still be good for Thanksgiving, fall, I guess, not just for Halloween. But anyway, you could do it in Christmas colors or one color. Very easy crochet design. You start, let me think. Yeah, you start at the top. Very easy double crochets. So you might want to give that a try. All right. So that is the nope, I have another finished object. I knew I had something else. It was something that I talked about on a last podcast. I'm sorry, I'm looking for, I found it. The pattern here that I was making for my daughter. It was the Moon Bow Slouchy Knit Cardigan by Mama in a Stitch. Here is the picture here. See that? It's just a very chunky, it's done in a super bulky or bulky weight yarn on very big needles. Let me see here. Size 15 needles, US size 15 or 10 millimeter needles. So very, very quick knit and very cute for my daughter. Just loves these slouchy type sweaters. She did pick the yarn, and let me see. Let me tell you the yarn. It was Croft Shetland Tweed by Yorkshire Spinners, a wonderful wool yarn. However, it wasn't super bulky, so I held 2 of them together. And let me show you the sweater. I had it on before I started podcasting. I got so hot. It is so warm. It is definitely a sweater for right now, outside, running around. Anyway, this is the sweater, and I'll try it on for you. The color, can you see there? It's looking a little gray or brown, but it is, the color is called Moss Bank. It's their color number 757. And again, it is Croft's Shetland Tweed by Yorkshire Spinners, held double. So let me try it on for you here. My daughter is taller than I am, of course has longer arms. She likes the sleeves. It's a little, doesn't fit me real well, but it's just a slouchy type warm sweater that has lovely pockets here. No type of closures, although you could use a shawl pin or something. The sleeves are very long, which she wanted. See, with the little, on me, I have to roll them up, and maybe she will too, but that's what she likes. And it is a little crop. She wanted it at her waist. She didn't want it very long, but you can see the detail here on the sleeves and the sides here. Very easy. You do front panels, back panel, sleeves, and sew it together. I gotta take it off, it's warm. But anyway, it went quick. She tried it on when it was almost done and thought it was a good fit. So I'm ready to give it to her, and I'm hoping it'll keep her warm. Maybe when she's outside by, you know, a fire pit or something like that, she'll think of Mom. But anyway, so that is another finished object, and very, very quick knit. If you want to do something quick like that, how can you beat size 15 needles and double the yarn? Very quick. All right, so that was Moonbow Slouchy Knit Cardigan by Mama in a Stitch. All right, so those are my finished objects. So I did finish, made some progress and finished some items. Then I wondered, what can I start? I did want to do another sweater. I told you I wanted to start another sweater. I just went back and forth on what I wanted to do for myself. My husband and I took a ride out to our local to me yarn shop in a quaint little town of Harmony, Pennsylvania. The shop is called Darn Yarn. Darn Yarn, I think is the name. I will be sure and put it below. Let me see if I have it here. I don't, but I'll put that information below. It's a cute little quaint shop in a little quaint town, not too far from me. And I found the most beautiful yarn. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but I knew I had to have it, and I knew I wanted to make myself something in it. First, I thought shawl, but as you can see, I mean, as you'll see in a little bit, I have a shawl that I need to finish that I picked back up. But anyway, so I decided I was going back and forth on the ranunculus. I started, if you saw the last episode, you saw that I had started a ranunculus and just did not like how it was coming out. I held yarn stubble, a fingering, and a Siri alpaca, and it just wasn't working. I ripped it all back out. Thought I'd try a different yarn. Just wasn't getting quite what I wanted. So I found this yarn. Let me show you here. I have them all skeined up. So let me pull out the little tag here. This is, let me tell you what it is first. This yarn is Mountain Colors Tweeds. Mountain Colors Tweeds. Hand-painted yarns. It's a tweed yarn. I'll show you. It's 85% superwash and 15% Donegal nips. It is a DK weight, and let me show you if you can see the color there. See, that's pretty close. It's the most beautiful plummy wine color with those beautiful neps in it. Do you see that? The tweeds. I picked up 3 of them. The, let's see, yardage is 231 yards in it. And I thought that would be enough for a ranunculus. It's a DK weight. So I'm not going to hold I'm not holding anything with it. And I started the ranunculus, and I'm so happy with it. I can't wait till it's done. I can't wait to wear it. I did make one ranunculus last year, I think it was. I just did it in a fingering weight yarn, and I love it. It's light and airy, but I wanted this one a little bit heavier, and I think I will do longer sleeves on it, depending on how much yarn I have. If I have enough, or I may do 3/4 length sleeves. I don't like real long sleeves anyway, but let me show you where I'm at here. All right, so this is the start of my ranunculus. Isn't that color just gorgeous? This is my color. So the ranunculus, I talked about it before, and you have probably heard it if you watch other podcasts. So many of these have been made. I made mine with the smaller neck. It gives you the wider neck option. Like I said, I will probably go a little bit longer on the sleeves, maybe not full length, just depending on how much yarn I have, I think. With this beautiful lacy detail here. Let me see if I can show you. It really needs to open up. Can you see that? Very easy, very fun. I am actually doing this on a size 9 needle. I think it calls for a 10.5 maybe. And I know I followed the pattern with the sock yarn, fingering weight yarn for my first one. And like I said, it was light and airy, and it fit nice. I have to wear something under it, and probably I will be wearing something under this also, because of the lace at the bust there. But since it was DK, I went down a needle size, and I have tried it on, and it's just working just beautiful. So you can see I'm working on the, I still have a way to go. I'm also making it longer. I like my sweaters longer, and I usually do a nice, a longer type rib on the bottom. That's just how I like my sweaters. This can be a little open and swingy if you like. And it just depends on what yarn you use. It's just really a nice pattern. And if you go out there, you get so many ideas as to what, you know, how to make one. But anyway, that's the ranunculus done in, oh, I didn't tell you the color. The color of this yarn is, oh boy, burgundy. So it's Mountain Colors Tweed, and the colorway is burgundy. So it's like a plum, more like a plum color. But anyway, hopefully this will be a finished object in 2 weeks when I do my next podcast. So, and hopefully I'll be wearing it. Anyway, so that is one thing that I'm working on right now. I did want to show, I've shown this bag before, but I love this bag here. It is quite fall looking, I think. I think it's just beautiful. This bag is by MLD Threads. Let's see. I don't have the tag here, but I will put that information on this bag in the show notes below. So that's what that is. Another project, I said that I had started a shawl, and I'll show you. See what bag it is in? It's still in this bag. And if you can see, it says Happy Easter on it. So that's about how long ago? Maybe in May. Maybe May I started this. But anyway, I finally picked it up. I didn't get very far on it. I put it aside and started something else. But I have since picked it up, and I am happy I did. Let me tell you, I showed it before when I started it. Here is the picture of what this shawl will look like. It's called Georgina Shawl. It's the Georgina Shawl. Let me tell you. It's a U-knit. E-W-E-K-N-I-T pattern. Like I said, I will link it all below. But I am doing this. I am holding 2 yarns together. And the yarn I am using is by Suburban Stitcher. One of the skeins that I had in my stash was slub sock with the little nubs on it. It's a sock yarn. It's 90% superwash, 10% nylon in the colorway Cosmopolitan. So I have that because I love the color. And then I got their Siri alpaca, and I'm holding those two together. And I also got the colorway. Well, let me show you. Here is the colorway. Is this beautiful? I love this. This is Cosmopolitan, both of them. So I am holding these. This is the slub yarn. Do you see those little slubs in there? I just had to try it. So, I mean, I'm holding it with this Siri alpaca, and you couldn't get any softer. So anyway, it has a little bit of stitch definition, I mean, in the yarn there with those slubs. And let me show you my progress here. Oh, I'm in the middle of a row. Of course I am. Here it is here. I wasn't far at all. Oh, I wish I hadn't stopped in the middle of a row, but anyway, I did. Can you see it? It's hard to, well, of course it'll need block to pull out the little bit of lace there. Just see the little bit of lace section and the little rib detail there. But with that slub yarn, it's giving it more of its own, I don't know how to, I don't know. It's beautiful, and it is the most, it is soft. It is so gorgeous. I started, after I said I picked it up, and after I got, you know, I wasn't very far. So I did about this much here. And now I am in love with it. At first I wasn't sure, but now I am in love with it. And I think it'll be just beautiful once it's blocked. And it just gives such a beautiful definition to it with that slub yarn and the Siri alpaca. And it is so soft. I really think that this may be a Christmas gift for my daughter-in-law. I don't think she watches my podcast, but anyway, if she does, look away. I have two daughter-in-laws, so you don't know which one it is. How's that? But anyway, that may be what it is. It's so beautiful. I want to keep it, and I love the color, but I think it's something that she would love. So that'll probably be what that is, a Christmas gift. So this is a little thing that's making me so happy. And I'm working with size 9 needles here, and it does work up pretty quick. It is a triangular type shawl. Scarf, I think it'll just be beautiful on her. And it is so soft. I'm gonna have to, I love this color. But anyway, I will give it up for her. So that is one of the things I'm working on. Another thing I hope to have finished, like I said, for Christmas. So that is that. And again, that's called the Georgina Shawl by Knit Designs. All right. And it was in this lovely bag. What a pretty bag, right? It is Happy Easter, but anyway, it's still a beautiful bag. And this bag is actually by Fancy Boy Designs, an Etsy shop, and it's a lovely, lovely made bag here. I will link that information below for you. In fact, I have to go out there and look. I need a Christmas bag. So there you go. That's holding my Georgina shawl in there. All right. So that's a project on the go. And then because I finished my socks, I had to cast on another sock project. Of course I did. And it is held in my cute little sock bag here with the birds on it. I just love it. It's by My Needle Crafts. It's a little drawstring bag here. Just adorable. So I decided, I had this in my stash, and I just love the colors. I thought they reminded me of fall. So I started socks in this. This is the Felici Fingering Weight Yarn by Knit Picks. Yes, it's Knit Picks yarn. And I've never used it. I heard other people talking about it, so I figured I'd give it a try. It's a great price point. This ball, I bought 2 balls. This ball is, I don't know how much it is here. It's 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. I'm looking to see. Oh, it is a 50-gram ball, 218 yards. So I started, I did buy 2 balls. I will probably just need 1. Just to have another on-the-go project. In fact, I had an appointment this morning and I started this little sock. This is all I have. And you can see my basic recipe here, 2x2 rib on my Flexi Flips. If you need any information about the Flexi Flips, I do have tutorials out there that you can take a look at. I do go over a sock pattern for you to teach you how to do a sock on thicker yarn, and also use the Flexi Flips if that's something that interests you. But of course you can do them on, people use 2 circular needles, they use the magic loop, double points, the 9-inch circulars. I just prefer the Flexi Flips. These are a size 1. Like I said, I do top down, heel flap and gusset, because that's what I know, and that's the quickest, mindless thing to do when I'm at a doctor's appointment or something. So that's in this cute little bag here, again, by My Needle Crafts. So I will link that below. So I think that's about all I have for this podcast. Like I said, it's just kind of an in-between podcast, although I did finish some things. But I did want to just remind you about the 2 giveaways I'm doing. Again, if you go to the last podcast, number 14, comment in those comments. You have to like and subscribe. Comment on that podcast about the little thing, some little thing that makes you happy. I will be choosing a winner in 2 weeks for a Yarny Good prize for you. And also the second giveaway I'm doing is you can go out to Ravelry, and I'll link my Ravelry information below. You go out there and post out there any finished objects, half-finished objects, objects you're starting, you want to start a conversation out there. And you will be in a drawing for a prize that's going on until the last day of November. I think it's the 30th. 31 days, September, April, June, and November. 31. The 31st of November, I will be picking a winner either from that Ravelry link out there, or if you don't use Ravelry, you can post it on Instagram. I will include you also out there for a drawing under the hashtag hashtag thelittlethingsmal, M-A-L. You can put out there. So I will be drawing from those 2 places on the last day of November. Finished objects out on that hashtag, or any of your half-finished objects, started objects, whatever you have out on Ravelry. Join us out there. And I just want to say happy knitting, and enjoy the little things in life. Take care. See you in 2 weeks.